Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, I got myself going on another thing right now. My next project we're going to be working on. So, we're going to be working on... Let me bring it up for you. So I'm going to go like this, bringing it up, dropping this down, and I will be the little guy on the bottom corner. Oh, yeah, that's me on the live. Sorry, I was... Oh, no, not that one. Am I dumb? I could be.
Hi, all of you parents out there that has kids, watch my channel soon, very soon, like next month, probably.
Yeah, beginning of this next coming up month, February.
Yeah, February.
Look at good boy. Mwah! He's so handsome. So handsome.
So be ready for that in February, all of you people out there
In TV land.
in TV land. Make sure, and we're coming up with some Valentine's merch.
We actually are coming up with some Valentine's merch. It's actually pretty cool. I just drew a JohnnyTronic Valentine's merch where he's doing a heart power-up. It says, a love power-up. It's pretty sweet. It's JohnnyTronic merch, though. Okay, everybody, as you can see here, this is my doodle of JohnnyTronic. So what I did was I drew this. I like to do things freehand. So when I did my JohnnyTronic, I drew him on paper, and the picture is around here somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But once it's in the computer, I don't care. So what I did was I did a doodle. Quick. This doodle took me no time flat, as you can see, because I left a lot of stuff just kind of hanging. There's a dude up here flying, dude down here. I don't know if I'm even going to put any of these people in, because here is what I essentially am now working on. So I got myself my background sky. I'm going to go up and put the border down because the border has a nice little seam to it. And then I got some misty mist floating around. And then these are where the grounds come in. So I got my grounds all on one file. Here's my JohnnyTronic. There's a blast coming off the top. And here are our creatures. So there's all my layers right now. I'm just starting to color them. I have this image on Instagram. It's as a grayscale, so it's all done in gray. Like my character in the front is Johnny here, so my Johnny character is still gray. I didn't have any color on these two dudes in the background, the two big Colossus threats. And if you saw from the picture, I'll just swing it to the top here. Bink. As you can see from the picture, I have dudes in the background over here that are fighting and doing stuff. I have electricity coming off the sword that I'm going to be putting on. So there's a lot that's still really going to go in there, even though it's not really a lot. It actually... If you stick on it, if I stick to it and I keep going on this project, it'll be done in no time flat. But it's one of those where you just got to get on it. So today we're going to be starting on the JohnnyTronic character. I want to start coloring him. I started coloring the background scenery last night. You'll see right now. My style of coloring is one where I essentially create a full gray character. So that is my Johnny right there, really. He's a blob of Johnniness. And then I have this is the color. I just call it a color layer. So right now I'm going to just be so on my system, on my setup, I have a Wacom pad, which is a full pad that's about, let me see if I can get it to pop up real quick. So this is my Wacom pad. So I have an art pad, so if anyone's ever wondering what I'm doing, like you'll see a little toggle bar pop up whenever I spin this thing, or I'm not spin it, whenever I change its thing, you'll see that little thing on the bottom. That thing on the bottom is, I have a little side thing on the edge of my drawing center zone, and it has a little wheel that I can spin to. So when I'm in this mode right here, it allows me to just wiggle my finger around it real nice and easy, and I zoom in and out. Anywhere where my cursor's at, it wants to make that the center point of my focus. So as I come into the picture, I just keep my cursor over what I want, and then spacebar. Oh, nope, dumb. Spacebar will allow me to then just hold it and move it. So I'm moving my actual image by touching my spacebar and using my mouse right now. Yes, I'm a goon. I sometimes forget to touch the screen again, which keeps me in the sidebar mode, which once you go sidebar, that is your focus. It will make you do everything in that sidebar, which I didn't make any sense of that. Trust me, I know that didn't make any sense. This is going to be the sketch, SKETCH. What I'm saying is in this sidebar all the way off to the edge over there, so all the way to the other edge where all my tool stuff is. Once you click into that area, the main center screen here now that you have, the big center screen that you're drawing on, is not your focus of interest anymore. It's the sidebar. So when the sidebar is your focus of interest, then that becomes your program is now focused everything on those things. So when you go back over and you do a function to the drawing screen, it will still be stuck in the sidebar tool zone, and it gets you to do stuff where I always end up losing the little names on my labels because I end up clicking on the center screen to do some drawing to not realize I'm still in the tool mode, and it always ends up taking off my sketches. S-K-E-T. I didn't even spell sketch right, so don't look at me. Don't pay attention to my writing. I'm an artist. I don't write. Okay, so let's get this real quick. I have two things I use. I use my mouse and a pin. This pin is not a pin. It's a pin for my Wacom. I have a bunch of different tips for it. I rarely ever use them. There's all my tips. Comes with a neat set of tips. I'm trying to see where a good spot is. So all those tips get used for this for very specific reasons. The pin will, like a lot of the programs know, like if you use a Photoshop style program, it knows how to use Wacom tools. So I change pretty quickly between everything. I am not on a layer right now that I can use. So let me go to my color layer. Usually pay attention to your cursor. Your cursor is going to tell you a lot. If it has a little circle with a line through it that you're not going to do it thing happens, yeah, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to color in all the rest. So on my thing, I have it set to where it's real easy to zoom, real easy to do stuff, real easy to. I pick the functions that work the fastest for me, and I know everybody who's ever played with these understands what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is so I'm gonna put the layer back over the top again. Oh, yeah, there we go. So I want to see where my border is. I don't want to color outside of it. So it's kind of you end up doing this thing where you're coloring in the lines, but you have to remember. See, here's all my up on top here where my cursor's swirling around, where these are all the different tips that I can use, different textures. Sometimes I end up going into this one. If you notice, the edge is fuzzy, and then when you're drawing on the edge, if you're trying to color the edge like that cleanly, it's a real pain in the tuchus because it ends up being you're feathering your edge. So if you're literally trying to draw an edge, so you're putting your coloring tool right to the edge, it's leaving the feathering amount so you get that, you can still see the color, and So make sure you have the right tip. And that's really all I noticed. Any Photoshop style program, which this is GIMP, I'm using, everybody, free open source. Anyone wants it, go get it yourself. It works on any operating system. These people are fabulous. It's not the full thing. You won't be getting the exact thing as like a Photoshop, but you get so much that I have always done freelance art in such a way that to go out and spend all the money, which I will do eventually. I'm not gonna lie and say that Photoshop wouldn't be nice, to have my Adobe suite, you know, a nice good, and then that way everything really works good inside of your video editing programs and stuff. Really love those things because they're designed to want to help each other and shake each other's hands in so many ways, which is what I always like to see in programs. Any of the programs I really like to use, I notice shake their hands well, if that makes sense, you know. It's a good pass off of one program to the next. So the program it's almost like it's doing a relay race. And it knows you're not done yet and you're going to pass what you just did off to another. I'm going to turn off my creature mode because I want to see the blue in the back. Turn off my mists, turn off my background. Just leave my boy because I want that blue. I can see the blue. Before it was gray in the background, and when it was just gray in the background, I'm coloring them gray. So I just started saying, I know I need to start the painting on this thing. And I have been working on Majora's Mask forever, and I got myself to a point with it that I feel very good. Like, it's done. I got to do little tidbits of my own, but I noticed doing it on the show was counterproductive because, as you could see, I could be jabbering the whole time. And this is more conducive to me jabbering and working at the same time. It's really hard to do that with a paintbrush turned the other way. I'm going to be getting myself another set of cameras, and I'm getting all the gear set up so I can keep my... You just need a couple of components. And lately I have been getting started in a whole other avenue of a few things. And of course, as always, costs are the issue. So I went out and got myself all the things I need. Then you always end up putting yourself real tight, and that's where I'm at right now. If I can get people enjoying what I'm doing, then I will get like Patreon pages and stuff like that. But until then, I'm just going to have to hustle. I wish I could do more for this and for everybody else, but it is what it is. And for right now, I'm going to show everybody that this is how I start my coloring. So to the next time I pop up, which I want to pop up again today, so I'll still be letting everybody know. I know I'm trying to get my life schedule and my biz schedule all together because I consider this part of my business because essentially there's no way around it. This is advertising for your art. My art in this case, but for whoever's art it is, this is... Now I'm going to say one last thing before I do head off. A cruciality in most art that I've noticed that creates the difference between if it's good or if it's like going to be popping hard on Instagram versus if it's going to be just another picture in the universe. Your extremities are crucial. If your style dictates you being sloppy, that is your style, so do it. Do with it what you want. But if you're trying to create an image where people can really see what you're doing, you got to get your extremities down, like hands, distances for things, like the leg distance. So the top of the knee is over here. This is sliding down, which is making the knee look smaller. But this is an 8-year-old boy right here. So this dude here is not big. he's still little, so I'm having to play with a lot of fun things to create the youthful look, but also a powerful youthful look, which goes away real quick because a boy looks like a man when he's shooting a gun. I don't care what anyone says. That ain't even a joke, probably. That probably should be said with tears. But I am saying it with a laugh just because it's tough to do. So when I was doing this, I was really having to torque the what's gonna keep him looking youthful and young. And I noticed it's in the ears, chin, and the sizing of certain things, like skinnier arms, smaller hands, bigger eyes, big top dome of the head, stuff of that nature. Okay, everybody, come like, subscribe, check me out some more on other on my Instagram. I have Facebook, I have Twitter. Hit my website up, it has all those sites in my website. So if you go to my website, it will branch you out to all my other stuff as well. Please jump into my website and become a member. Join up. If you join and become a member, I will be able to get you newsletters when I start giving away deals. And a lot of times, I want to give away things to people who are with me because that means a lot to me. It really does mean a lot to me. So keep watching here. I'm going to be doing more on this, so you'll be watching my JohnnyTronic comic. I want to do more of my comic on this channel because I'll be able to get more done. My real life keeps me pulled away from this, so come check it out, and we'll do this together. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hold on. Whoa. My favorite part, and I hope it's yours. This is the part where we go back to the ending. And in the end, I will sing a song of the end. Today my song sounds country, I don't know why. I'm gonna sing the end, the end, the end, the end, the end, the end. The end. See y'all next time. Come back, y'all. Bye.